So now the instructions that appeared at the top of the page make a little bit more sense. It says that a profile is associated with an input format. So if we look here, here's a list of the different input formats on our site, and we can select which editor to use for each one. Now right now it says no editor, so if we went to edit some of this content, we would be using the plain text box that we've been using so far. But let's go ahead and take the site editor input format and select the TinyMCE editor for it. And then in order to save this, let's click Save. Once we've associated the editor with the format, we now have a couple of operations available to us: Edit and Delete. Let's go ahead and click Edit. Okay, you see we have 5 different collapsed field sets here, all with different settings inside. Let's go ahead and start at the top and work our way down. I'm going to click on Basic Setup here. If we have Enable by Default checked, then anytime we load a text box that has the text format associated with it that we're currently editing, so in this case it's Site Editor, then the Wysiwyg will be loaded automatically. If this is unchecked, then the user will have to manually enable the Wysiwyg for this input, and there's 2 different ways they could do that. The first is to allow users to set their preferences as to whether the Wysiwyg shows up initially or not, and they can do so in their account settings. And if we wanted to enable that option, we would check this. The second way is by enabling this option which says Show Enable Disable Rich Text Toggle Link, and this will add a link below the text box where if it's clicked, it will turn the Wysiwyg off or on. Okay, we're going to go ahead and leave these at the defaults. We can also choose the language. I'm going to go ahead and expand this second set, which is buttons and plugins. And you see there's a whole slew of options here. And if you read through them, you'll recognize most of them. We have bold, italic, underline, strike through, align left, align center, align right, and so on. So these are all options that you'd normally see an icon for in a rich text editor, like Word, for example. We're going to go ahead and select a few of these in order to display those icons at the top of the Wysiwyg. I'm going to select bold, italic, underline, bullet list, numbered list, link, image, and then I'm going to scroll down, source code, advanced image, and then I'm going to scroll down some more, and we'll go ahead and leave it at that. Now, you may want to experiment with this by simply enable everything and seeing what they all do. I just selected some common ones, and from experience I know some of these are going to be useful to us.